Oh my stars, it's the president!
Hi, Howard. What the fuck?
So we're going presidential here at the deep silver corner of E3 to find out a little bit more about Saints Row 4. First of all, I gotta ask, how did that came to be, the sort of the presidential angle? That's kind of a crazy way to start. It's sort of like a movie-like thing, but he's not the most movie-like president, right?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. So we looked at the Saints Row franchise and where it's been. So you start off on the streets, and then you work your way up, and you're running a gang, and then all of a sudden you're a celebrity, worldwide celebrity. So where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? You're president, you're fighting aliens, you're saving the world. That's where we ended up.
Any real-life inspirations there? Sort of sounds like a little bit like Arnold's career.
Arnold's career? That's funny. We're huge Arnold fans, so hopefully he finds it flattering. Yeah.
So what does, I mean, Saints Row is always about tongue-in-cheek, sort of over-the-top stuff. Joking with the president is something that can be a little bit touchy, a little bit hard to do.
Yeah.
How do you go about that? Do you just don't give a care at all, or?
Well, I think with our style, we're so over the top, we're so tongue-in-cheek, as you said, that I don't think anybody's going to look at this seriously. This is, you become president, you're elected out of popularity. It's like a pop culture type thing. So, that's the angle that we explored on that. But I don't think anybody's going to look at this and compare it to actual politics.
And then comes the aliens, which is also sort of like unexpected for Saints Row, but then again, the unexpected is what to expect, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, definitely with Saints Row, we always want to keep it fresh, And this is a whole new angle. By bringing in the aliens, we can make it more of a global presence. We've focused on cities specifically in the past, and now the aliens are attacking. They're taking over the planet, and you and your crew are the ones that are dealing with them.
And it also adds for perhaps a little bit different kind of gameplay with aliens having sort of a different take on it.
Yeah, exactly. So, when you're president, you're starting out in the real world, and you got to play through that White House mission, so you don't have any of the superpowers or anything, but you got your crew, and they got your back. And the aliens, one of the first things they do is they capture your crew, because that's where your power is. They lock you in your own simulation that's kind of like a prison. Well, you start to fight back, and you unlock the superpowers. So us traveling over to a simulation really changed the rules quite a bit. So by being able to break those rules, then we brought in the superpowers. And the superpowers, you got to run around the game. They changed navigation entirely. And then also with the, you got Blast, you had Stomp. I don't know if you got to try those out, but they changed the combat. So you get around the city different, you fight the aliens different.
So the art style is also something that Saints Row has always changed. I think for every game, it's changed the art style a little bit. What's the idea going into this game in terms of the design and the art?
Sure, yeah. Definitely between 2 and 3, we worked with a new engine, and you could see the visual difference there, and we kind of went with a more stylized look. And with Saints Row 4, what we did was we're working off the same engine, so it still has that look from the previous game, but we really pushed the color. The color script's one of the things that we'd like to talk about, and in the simulation, Saints Row has always been about being able to capture territory as you progress. In this game, you actually get to see the territory as you take it over, because when you first enter the simulation, it's dark, it's red, the Zin own everything, and they want to remind you that they own everything. So as you take over the bits of the city, you start to let your blue and purple, the Saints, bleed into the city. So now when you go around, you can actually see the areas that you've reclaimed and captured. And it's this really satisfying feeling of taking back the city from the Zin. Yeah.
So that open world aspect, of course, is key to the franchise. To me, it feels a little bit more like I'm playing a prototype game or Infamous now that with the superpowers. What does that change? Like, I guess it's a very different game to design in an open world when you have all these powers and things to do.
Yeah, it definitely is. We started messing around with the idea of superpowers early on in development for this game, and everybody was having a blast playing with them. So we decided to push them out. We were fortunate enough to have a foundation, an open world foundation that we were building off of. So all these superpowers are additive to the experience that you've had in the previous Saints Row games. So they'll just complement as how you get around the city, how you fight, and they're just fun. You know, evolution, fun is king. So that's what we focus on with these.
But I suppose you also have to you have to juice up the weapons to make sure that they're not feels like pea shooters compared to the superpowers.
Yeah, you know, we have a lot of the traditional weapons coming back, but we're also somewhat known for our over-the-top weapons a little bit. So we have the dubstep gun here at E3 that everybody gets to play around with. That's a favorite for sure. And then a new gun that we're introducing here is the black hole gun. And you shoot that, and a black hole just appears in the city, sucks everything in, and then blows it all out. Make sure you're not standing too close to it when you fire it.
You don't want to fire it right into the ground where you're standing, right?
Exactly. It'll suck you right in.
So, of course, the journey with Saints Row 4 has been a little bit troubled, not because of anything Volition has been doing, but you know, it is what it is.
It's interesting. Yeah. It's been an interesting journey for sure. Yes.
But it's still coming out sort of like when it was expected to, or has anything changed?
No, I mean it's been a rough journey. You know, I know you're referring to the transition from THQ to Koch, and Koch's been great. They've Deep Silver. They've allowed us to just keep doing what we're doing. They saw the game before they bought us. They loved it. They purchased us. They've been very hands off. It's been a great experience. Saints Row 4 has been in development for years now. It started in development before Saints Row the Third came out. So it's been.
Was it first thought as an expansion or a DLC? Was that true?
It was actually a separate project. So we had Saints Row 4 in development before Saints Row the Third came out, and then after Saints Row the Third came out, we were exploring an expansion, and we announced Enter the Dominatrix. What we ended up doing was a lot of the fun features in Enter the Dominatrix. We pulled those over into Saints Row 4, but that full project's been in development for a long time now. So. Deep Silver ended up buying us, and we've been able to keep going as is, and we're on track to be out August 20th.
Was there any consideration to sort of moving the project to next gen instead and taking even further time, or?
So with Saints Row 4, we're 100% focused on current gen right now. The way I personally like to look at it is we were one of the earliest games out this generation, and the series has kind of developed, and this is the end of like the Saints Row saga as far as the current gen goes. So we've come a long way since that first Saints Row game, and I look at it, we're just having a blast. We're coming out near the end of this generation, and I think it's just like a big party at the end. You know, let's all have a lot of fun.
All right. So would you like to see what Saints Row could be in next gen? Do you think that would be a different Saints Row, or?
Oh yeah, all of us at Volition, you know, we're big gamers. We're super excited for next gen. It's exciting to be here and see all the new announcements and everything. And as I said, this is the end of the current Saints Row saga. But you know, we love the Saints. The fans love the Saints, and so we're gonna get this game out the door, and then we'll see what the future holds.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, damn it, man. I've been cooped up for way too long. I need to stretch my legs and kill some things.